What if I told you that someone is trying so hard to act normal around you, but inside their thoughts are running straight toward you at full speed? Yeah, I'm talking to you. The one who thinks they're just being regular, just existing, just minding their business, but somehow you have this person mentally tripping over themselves. You have no idea how many times they have looked at you, seen something tiny you did, maybe the way you smiled, the way you looked away, the way you got quiet, the way your voice softened, and they immediately thought, "Oh my gosh, why are they so cute? I can't take this." And listen, this is not just a normal crush. This is that overwhelmed, heart-squeezing, almost ridiculous kind of affection where they want to grab you, pull you close, squeeze you into the safest hug ever, and just keep you there for a second because you do something to their nervous system. Hey, beautiful soul, welcome back. If you're new here, please subscribe and like this video. And if you're already part of the family, welcome back. As always, only take what resonates with you. So let the message meet you where it fits. Now, the first card we have here is the Knight of Swords, and symbolically, this card is everything fast, intense, impulsive, and mentally charged. This is someone whose thoughts are not calmly walking toward you. No, they are sprinting. This crush may look composed on the outside, but internally, they are rushing. Their mind keeps replaying you. They overthink what they said. They overthink what you said. They overthink whether you notice them noticing you. And here's the part that's so cute. They may even get embarrassed by how quickly you affect them. It's like one tiny thing from you sends them into a whole spiral. You laugh, and suddenly they want to protect that laugh. You pout, and suddenly they want to squish your cheeks. You look sleepy, soft, distracted, or a little shy, and they're internally like, no, that's it. I need to hold them right now. But wait, because the Knight of Swords also tells me this person is fighting an urge to rush in. And with this Seven of Cups showing up reversed here, I'm telling you, this person is trying to pull themselves out of a whole fantasy world when it comes to you. Because upright, this energy can be dreams, options, imagination, all these little scenarios floating around in someone's head. But reversed? This is when the fantasy starts getting too real. This is when someone is like, okay, wait. I actually need to calm down because I'm not just imagining them anymore. I'm starting to want this. And that's where the Knight of Swords feeling gets even louder. Because this person has probably pictured way too many little moments with you already. They have imagined texting you something bold and then deleting it. They have imagined walking up to you and acting smooth, only to immediately realize they would probably lose their words the second you looked at them with those eyes. They have imagined you being close enough to touch, close enough to hug, close enough for them to just squeeze you for 1 second and be like, you are actually too much. You need to stop being this cute. But they can't say that, not yet. So they sit there trying to act normal. And you may notice this in the way they pause around you, like they want to say something, but then they swallow it back. Or they'll start a conversation, then suddenly get weirdly careful, like their brain reminded them, don't be obvious, don't be too much, don't scare them. Because that's the thing. Their affection is intense, but they do not want it to feel unsafe to you. They don't want to come across like they're rushing you. They don't want you to think they're just being impulsive or dramatic. There's this part of them that wants to run toward you, yes, but there's another part that is very aware of how soft you are, how sensitive your energy can be, how easily you might pull back if someone comes in too strong, so they're trying to measure themselves. But baby, they are not doing as good of a job as they think, because every time your voice gets a little softer, they notice. Every time you laugh nervously, they notice. Every time you look away like you're trying to hide your reaction, they notice. And it does something to them. It makes them want to close the distance immediately. Like, come here, let me hold you. let me make that shy little face worse. And that's exactly why this Page of Wands reversed energy is so interesting here, because it feels like someone who has all this excitement, all this spark, all this desire to do something. But then the second it comes time to actually act on it, they flip themselves upside down. They get shy, they second guess, they suddenly don't know where to put all that fire. Because Page of Wands upright is bold, it's curious, it's playful. It's like, let me send the message, let me flirt, let me take the chance. But reverse, this is someone holding the spark in their hands and being like, wait, what if I embarrass myself? What if I come off too eager? What if they can tell I'm completely gone over them? And listen, that is why this attraction does not feel just physical. Because if it was only physical, they would not be this nervous about being gentle with you. They would not be sitting there trying to figure out the safest way to approach you. They would not care this much about whether you feel comfortable, whether you feel seen, whether you feel overwhelmed or protected. This person is not just looking at you like, oh, they're attractive. No, they're looking at you like, why do I want to take care of them? And that's where the cuteness aggression comes in so strongly, because something about you brings out this soft, almost protective side of them. You get quiet, and they want to check on you. You look away, and they want to chase your eyes back. You smile to yourself, and they're internally malfunctioning. You act a little awkward, and instead of judging it, they find it painfully adorable. Like, painfully. They may see you react innocently to something, or get a little flustered when attention is on you, and suddenly their whole chest is doing that squeeze thing. That, oh my gosh, come here feeling. That I don't know whether I want to tease you, hug you, or just stare at you for 5 seconds too long feeling. But they hold it back because they know affection can be intense, and they don't want their intensity to feel like pressure. So what do? They act casual, maybe too casual. Maybe weirdly distant for someone who is clearly paying attention. Maybe playful 1 second and quiet the next. Because the truth is, you make them feel more than they know how to show. And with this 10 of Pentacles here, this is why it gets even more confusing. Because this person is not reacting to you like you're just a cute little distraction. No. There's something about you that feels familiar to them in a way they may not fully understand yet. Like their body relaxes around you, but their mind panics. Their heart is like, oh, this feels safe. And then their brain immediately goes, wait, why does this feel safe? Why do I care this much? Why am I already imagining what it would feel like to have them around more? And that's the contradiction. On the outside, they may act like they're just being normal, just friendly, just cool, just passing by, just asking a random question. But inside, there is this whole soft little world opening up, where they're imagining you being part of their day, part of their routine, part of something steady. And I'm telling you, that can scare someone. Especially when the feeling is this sweet. Because it's one thing to think someone is attractive. It's another thing to see someone smile and suddenly think, I want to see that every day. It's another thing to hear your voice get soft and feel this strange urge to take care of you. It's another thing to watch you be a little awkward, or quiet, or shy, and instead of pulling away, they feel more drawn in. They may pretend not to notice, but they notice. They notice when you change your tone. They notice when your energy dips a little. They notice when you get embarrassed and try to play it off. They notice the way you react when someone compliments you, like you don't know where to put the attention. And that right there, that is where they start malfunctioning. Because part of them wants to tease you. Part of them wants to say, why are you like this? Part of them wants to laugh and shake their head because you're doing something so small, so innocent, so you. And somehow it makes them want to pull you into their arms and just squeeze you until all that nervousness melts out of you. But instead, they might act distant. They might look away too fast. They might make a joke when the moment gets too sincere, because sincerity would expose them. And there is one kind of moment, one very specific version of you, that makes it almost impossible for them to hide it. And I'm seeing that so clearly with this Ace of Pentacles reversed, because this is not them being unimpressed by you. It's almost the opposite. This is them not knowing what to do with the feeling when it actually lands in the real world. Because the Ace of Pentacles upright can be that solid little beginning, that chance to make something real, that let me offer you something steady kind of energy. But reversed, it feels like someone holding back the offer, holding back the gesture, holding back the proof. Not because they don't want it, because they're scared of dropping it. They're scared that if they reach out too fast, if they make the moment too obvious, if they show you too much of what they're feeling, they might ruin the softness of it. And that's why the version of you that breaks their composure is not the version of you that is trying to be perfect. No, baby. It's when you're unguarded. It's when you're not performing. When you're not trying to be impressive. When you're just sitting there, a little sleepy, a little quiet, maybe focused on something, maybe lost in your own little world, and they catch that tiny expression on your face. That's what gets them. You could be doing the most regular thing, fixing your sleeve, looking down at your phone, laughing under your breath, getting embarrassed because someone noticed you, taking a second to answer because you're thinking, and to you, it's nothing. But to them, it's like their brain just stops. They see that little pause before you speak. They hear the way your voice softens when you feel comfortable. They notice how your face changes when you're shy, or confused, or excited, or trying not to smile too big. And it makes them want to do something so tender, it almost annoys them. Like, why do I want to cup their face right now? Why do I want to pull them into my chest? Why do I want to squeeze them and tell them they're safe? And listen, this is where that cuteness aggression gets so strong. Because it's not just, you're cute. It's, you're precious to me in a way I did not plan for. And that can feel dangerous to someone who was trying to stay casual. Because now, underneath all that awkwardness, all that teasing, all that pretending not to care too much, there is this protective edge starting to show. They're trying to hide it. But a part of them is already thinking, I don't want the world being too rough with you. And with this justice reversed energy sitting here, it feels like that exact thought bothers them more than they want to admit. Because this person may feel like you have not always been handled fairly. Maybe they sense that people have misunderstood your softness. Maybe they feel like people have taken your kindness and treated it like weakness. Maybe they see that you can be gentle, forgiving, patient, sweet. And they're sitting there like, no, someone needs to be careful with them. Someone needs to not play with that. And listen, this is not them wanting to control you. No. This feels more like their heart getting protective before their mouth even knows what to say. It's that feeling of seeing someone precious and immediately wanting to stand a little closer, just in case the world gets too loud around them. They may get quietly irritated when people interrupt you, when someone talks over you, when someone dismisses what you're saying, when someone does not notice the effort you put in, or they act like your feelings are not a big deal, and they may not even say anything. But their energy changes, their face changes, their body gets a little still, like they're watching the situation more carefully now. Because there is a part of them that wants to step in and be like, okay, no, let them speak, let them breathe, don't rush them. Because they notice when you shrink a little. They notice when you laugh something off, but your energy gets quieter. They notice when you pretend you're fine, but something in your face gives you away. And I'm telling you, that is one of the reasons their affection gets so intense. Because they don't just want to admire you from a distance. They want to be someone you can relax around. They want to be the person where you don't have to explain every little feeling, You don't have to perform. You don't have to be tough. You don't have to make yourself easier for everyone else to understand. With them, they want you soft. They want you comfortable. They want you close enough that they can read your little expressions and know when you need reassurance before you even ask for it. And that's where this cuteness aggression gets so tender, because the urge to squeeze you is also an urge to shelter you for a second. Like, come here, let me block out the noise. Let me hold you until your shoulders drop. But behind all that protectiveness, there are some private thoughts about closeness that they would probably never say out loud. And with this magician reversed energy showing up here, this is the part that makes me go, oh, they are really trying to keep themselves together. Because the magician upright knows what to say. The magician upright has charm, confidence, smoothness, timing. But reversed? This is someone who may have all the feelings, all the desire, all the thoughts, but when it comes to actually expressing it, suddenly their hands are full of nothing. Suddenly they don't know how to be smooth. Suddenly they don't know how to make the moment happen without making it obvious that they have been thinking about this way too much. And I feel like this is why their private thoughts about you are so soft, but their real-life behavior can look so awkward, because in their head they can imagine it perfectly. They imagine sitting beside you, close enough that your shoulder brushes theirs. They imagine you getting a little quiet, maybe a little shy, and them gently nudging you like, what's that face for? They imagine taking your hand, not in some dramatic way, but in this careful, affectionate way, like they're testing whether you'll let them close. And if you did, oh, they would lose it. Not loudly, not in a way that scares you, but internally, baby, they would be gone. Because they have this urge to touch you gently, to play with your fingers, to brush something from your hair, to pull you into a hug that lasts just a little longer than normal, to squeeze you and then tease you like, you're actually ridiculous. Why are you this cute? And the thing is, they probably imagine your reaction too. That shy little smile, that embarrassed laugh, that soft little stop, even though you don't really mean stop. You just don't know what to do with all that attention. And that reaction? That is what would make them melt. Because their feelings are too big for words right now. That's why the body wants to speak. That's why they keep wanting to close the distance. Sit nearer, lean in. Find a reason to touch your arm, your hand, your shoulder, anything that says, I'm here, I'm close, you're safe with me. But then the magician reversed reminds me, they still don't fully trust their own delivery. They're scared the moment won't come out right. They're scared they'll be too obvious. They're scared that if they reach for you, you might pull away. And with this temperance reversed energy, that fear is louder than they want it to be. Because this is someone who feels out of balance around you. Like normally, maybe they know how to control themselves. Normally, they know how to play it cool. They know when to speak, when to hold back, when to keep their face neutral, when to act like something did not affect them. But with you, no. You throw their whole system off. And I don't mean that in a chaotic, unsafe way. I mean you make them feel too much at once. They feel excited, nervous, protective, attracted, soft, careful, curious, and completely overwhelmed, all at the same time. And that is why they keep stopping themselves. Because one part of them wants to rush forward. One part of them wants to say, okay, I can't do this anymore. I like you. I want you close. I want to hold you. I want to squeeze you. I want to be around you more than I'm admitting. But then the other part of them is like, slow down. What if they don't feel the same? What if I'm reading this wrong? What if I come in too strong and ruin the whole thing? So they're trying to find the middle. But Temperance reversed says the middle is hard for them right now. Because their feelings are not coming in gently. They're coming in waves. They'll be fine 1 second, and then you'll do something small, something innocent, something so regular you wouldn't even think twice about it. And suddenly they're back in that place of, oh my gosh, I need to calm down. You smile a certain way. You look at them a little too long. You get shy. You laugh under your breath. And suddenly their self-control is being tested like it has a personal problem with them. But listen, their restraint is not coldness. It's care. They are trying not to make you uncomfortable. They are trying not to rush your softness. They are trying not to turn their emotional intensity into pressure. And honestly, that says a lot, because someone who did not care would just push. They would just take up space. They would just throw their feelings at you and expect you to catch them. This person is trying to be careful with you. But baby, careful does not mean calm. Because even if they are holding back, those feelings are starting to leak through now. And you may already be seeing the signs. And with this King of Cups energy coming through, the signs may be subtle, but they are emotionally loud. Because the King of Cups is not someone who has to make a huge scene to show feeling. This is someone who may sit there looking calm, looking composed, looking like they have everything under control, but underneath that calm surface, there is a whole ocean moving. And that is exactly how this person feels around you. They may not run up to you and confess everything. They may not be obvious in the loud, dramatic way, but you can catch it in the little changes. The way their voice softens when they talk to you. The way they suddenly become more patient. The way they listen a little deeper when you speak, like they're not just hearing your words, they're studying your mood. And listen, if you make them laugh, especially if you do it without trying, they are done. They may look away, they may shake their head, they may tease you like, "You're so weird," or "Why are you like this?" But inside, they're fighting for their life. Because what they really mean is, "You are so cute, it is actually bothering me." They might remember tiny things too. Something you mentioned once, something you like, a little habit you have, the way you take your drink, the kind of mood you get into when you're tired, the expression you make when you're pretending not to care. And you may be like, why do they remember that? Because, baby, they were paying attention. They may find excuses to be close to you, but make it seem casual. Standing near you, sitting where they can see you, asking a question they probably already know the answer to, checking on you in a way that sounds normal, but feels a little too soft to be random. And if someone else gives you attention, they may not act jealous in a big, obvious way, but their energy shifts. Just a little. They get quieter. They watch more closely. They try to play it cool, but their body language tells on them. Because part of them is like, okay, wait, do they make you smile like that too? And I'm telling you, their biggest giveaway is how they respond when you are being gentle, shy, or accidentally adorable. Their face softens, their eyes linger, their tone changes. They may tease you, but the teasing has warmth in it. It is not mean. It is not sharp. It is almost like they are trying to hide a hug inside a joke, because this person has feelings that are trying to come out sideways. And the final thing they wish you understood is how deeply you affect them without even trying. And with this Queen of Cups showing up here, that final message is soft, but it is deep. Because this is the part they wish you understood. You do not have to do the most. You do not have to be loud. You do not have to chase attention. You do not have to prove that you are lovable by performing, entertaining, or making yourself easier for everyone else to read. Something about your softness already speaks, and this person feels it. They feel it when you get quiet. They feel it when you are trying to be strong, but your face gives away just a little bit of tenderness. They feel it when you laugh in that small way. When you look down, when you get shy, when you try to brush off a compliment like it didn't land, even though it did. And I'm telling you, to them, those little things are not little. Those are the moments that make their heart squeeze. That is why they want to squeeze you. Energy is not just about them thinking you're cute in some surface level way. No, it's affection overload. It's tenderness with nowhere to go yet. It's attraction mixed with protection, curiosity mixed with nerves, desire mixed with this very careful feeling of, I don't want to mess this up. They want to hold you because you calm them and overwhelm them at the same time. They want to tease you because being too sincere might expose them. They want to come closer because their thoughts keep running toward you. But they also hold back because they know your softness deserves gentleness. And baby, that is the whole emotional pull here. This person may not be saying everything directly. They may still be acting casual. They may still be pretending they are more composed than they are. But their energy has been telling on them this whole time. The softer voice, the lingering looks, the nervous jokes, the way they remember things, the way they notice your mood before you say anything, the way their whole system reacts when you are just sitting there, being you. So if this resonates, just know this. You affect this person more than they are letting on. And if you feel safe, if you feel pulled to it, even one small warm signal from you could give them a little more courage. Because they are not as calm as they look. They are trying so hard to be careful. But inside, they still want to pull you close, squeeze you gently, and finally let you feel how sweetly you have been living in their mind.